I don't think that beauty can be objectively defined. I think asking someone to define beauty is like asking them to tell you what love is.
Beauty can be completely different from one person to the next. To me, it's about probably yourself being happy. If you're happy with yourself, then you see yourself as beautiful, and I guess that's all that matters. And if you're confident in yourself, then that's beautiful.
Beauty is when you listen to a song that expresses your feelings so accurately that tapping your foot to the beat and singing the lyrics is not enough. You want to immerse yourself in the song more than is physically possible, and you end up flailing yourself around, screaming at the top of your lungs because of the mechanical vibrations in the air. That is beauty.
The view on beauty has not been concrete throughout history. Hundreds of years ago, the concept of beauty wasn't similar to what it is today. During the medieval ages, beauty was something that only came from God or religion. The art that came out of the medieval times was strictly about the way the artists were told to perceive God. The churches held a strong power over the people, which greatly influenced their beliefs. However, a revolution known as the Renaissance would change all of that. As people became less interested about God and the afterlife, they started to become more interested about themselves and the natural world. This was known as humanism. Humanism let man interpret whatever he thought beauty was, whether it be in music, through paintings of daily life, or interpretations of religion. Man was free to create art. The Renaissance pioneered a way for the individual to find his own beauty in life.
I think that beauty and how we look at it is subjective. It is changed by the viewer and our experiences. The life that we live affects how we see things and what we see as beautiful.
I think everything is different beauty-wise. Something a guy sees that's beautiful is obviously probably completely different than what a girl sees, but no, I think it's based on age too. If you're little, you probably don't even know what beauty really is. To someone who's old, probably looking back at like life, that's beautiful.
The society we live in plays a huge role in what we see as beautiful. I mean, cultures around the world have vastly different forms of art, and I think that is a great example to show how beauty is affected by the society that we live in.
There are many takes on beauty in ancient Greece. Aristotle believed that paintings only gave an immediate visual pleasure to the eye and was not true beauty. He argues that the only way to experience true beauty is through useful skills such as reading, writing, and drawing. Even though these skills are not beautiful, these skills help one find what beauty truly is. Socrates, however, thought the usefulness of an object enhances and defines its beauty. Socrates and Aristotle would both agree beauty is universal, and beauty is hidden deep in science, mathematics, and nature. Also, they thought beauty can be found all around. However, one must not look where society tells one to look for beauty. If one follows this rule, they can find beauty.
I believe that effectively beauty is true to everyone, because even though it is not necessarily the same for every individual person, it is true and genuine to each individual the way they see it.
So when you experience art in any form, you almost feel a connection to just about anything. You can feel a connection to the artist of whichever art you're seeing, or you can feel a connection to a certain group that the art is supposed to be portraying.
Beauty, especially in the way that it manifests in art, is liberating to us and allows us to transcend our daily lives. We don't care about the news stories that are happening. All we care about is this moment of beauty. And I think that is very liberating because it allows us to step away from the complex systems that we've built around ourselves.
The Greeks thought that beauty could be obtained when symmetry, proportion, and harmony were together. Therefore, beauty is truth when referring to mathematics, science, and the natural world. Plato believed that beauty for the body and beauty for the soul were two completely different things. The beauty for the body was something we could connect with love, while beauty for the soul was a perfect unity which was a form that could not be obtained in the material world. The Romantics, which consisted of artists and poets, believed that the source of all truth is in the artist. They thought being irrational with artistic abilities allowed poets to see into the life of things, which channels the truth. Modern philosophers Kant and Hume played an important part in identifying if beauty was subjective or objective. They discovered beauty was intersubjective, meaning it was both objective and subjective.
I think that art is the manifestation of beauty.
Art to me is basically a form of self-expression. Art can be anything. It can be written, it can be spoken, it could be a physical form, any sort of physical form, 3D or 2D. And basically, it's just expressing your feelings.
Art is like philosophy. It reflects reality in relation to man. Art also shows the relations between individuals and their interaction with the world. Art helps us give a glimpse to what beauty truly is. That is why we find moments of feeling completely lost in a piece of art, because we are trying to comprehend the beauty of the piece. This was known as id, which is a concept developed by Freud. Freud believed that it is the source of our bodily needs, wants, desires, and impulses. Therefore, we experience id when we encounter something that relates to our desires and wants, which can be commonly seen through art. Art finds a way to stimulate us to experience beauty.
Everything is different and created differently for a specific reason. Everything's unique in its own individual way, and that's how I feel like art and beauty combine.
I don't think it is possible for us to just jump in the air and grab beauty and bring it back down and hold it close to us. I think the best we can do is get a glimpse at it in our mind and hurry to scribble down some stuff on a piece of paper and hope that we get something.